Hey, what's going on? It is Craig Bennett, aka Cash Cake, back here for another NBA Prize Picks video for the final day of NBA before the NBA All-Star break. And let me tell you, I'm looking forward to it a little bit. Hopefully you are as well. I'm going to do this early video and then I'll do one more today. And then I'm going to take the weekend off and kind of just refresh and enjoy the All-Star break and then get right back at it next week because we got a long rest of the season and hopefully a lot more money to win. Yesterday went pretty well. We got 6 wins and 3 losses over the 2 videos, so it's been a really good run for us here. Hopefully we can finish off on a strong note. Again, hopefully these videos help you with your research process, and they're helping you win some money as well. So if you like these videos, please hit that thumbs up button for me, subscribe to the channel, and let's get after it. All right, like always, I have the Prizepicks desktop version up here in the background. We'll go over 4 picks I got here early. It's a smaller 5-game slate, so I just found 5 of them. I didn't really love this board. Some of the matchups aren't that great, but I did find 5 I think we can, or 4 that I think we can attack, and I'll dig up a few more and push out another video here in a couple hours after hopefully a few more picks come up on the board here. So let's just dive into these. If you don't have a Prizepicks account, head on over there, use that promo code DFSArmy and get that 100% instant deposit match up to $100. That link is in the description below. All right, first one we're going right back to the well here. We're going points, rebounds, and assists. And we're going right back to the well here, and we're going to pull up Seth Curry. We're going over 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Again, this has everything to do with him, again, going over to Brooklyn in that trade from Philly. We're still not going to see any Ben Simmons yet. We're not going to see any Kyrie Irving. So he's still going to play a bunch of minutes. He's still going to have his ball in his hands a ton here. Over the last 2 games, he's played 36 and 32 minutes for these guys, putting up 14, 18 shots. And the points, 20 and 23 points in those 2 games. So, you know, he should be out there again. It's on a back-to-back with these guys. But again, going up against Washington, which they're on a back-to-back as well. So, again, Washington's ranked 17th in points allowed, 17th in rebounds allowed, 8th in assists, 21st against point guards. And he's kind of been the alpha on this team, like I said. It's basically been him and Drummond. Like, Drummond went off yesterday. And the one thing that's hard to trust about Drummond today or just any time is just Steve Nash, man. Like, his rotations and what he does is just insane. Not a fan of coaches that do that. It makes it hard to predict what they're going to do. And I understand he's trying to find something that kind of works, but man, he's a struggle here. But anyways, both games that he's played with Brooklyn here, he's went over at 27 and 35, and I think we just go right back to the well here as long as he's going to keep chucking up shots. And kind of being involved in the game. You know, it's Brooklyn's favored by 4.5 here with a 215 over under. You know, if they're going to win this game, he's going to have a lot to do with it. So we're going to go right back to the well here. The next one we're going to look at here, another, you know, transplant that kind of got moved over. And we're going CJ McCollum over 20.5 real life points. Watching him in the games that he's moved over, he's been super aggressive. Going up against Dallas, you know, not the best spot in the world as they're ranked 2nd in points allowed, but on a slate like this, and if he gets hot, he's went over this in the last 3 games. Seems to take a little bit away from Ingram, right? Like, Ingram was that kind of the alpha scorer here, and it's like Ingram still gets some of his shots, but McCollum is definitely hurting him. He seems to be way more aggressive shooting the ball. Dallas favored by 2.5, 214 over under, nothing special. Again, it's not the best matchup against Dallas here, but the minutes are there, right? You know, 39, 31, 36 over those three games where he scored over 21.5, and the shots have just been massive. He put up 25 shots up against Memphis, and then in the Spurs game in 36, he put up 24 shots. So if he's going to continue to put up these massive shots like this, and CJ can get hot, I think they're going to struggle a little bit. You know, having Ingram and CJ out there, both guys that can stretch the field, hit threes, drive to the hoop, I think it'll make them struggle a little bit here. So we're going to take this just in shot volume alone. I mean, he only shot 48% and he hit that 30 points. So hopefully he's taking over 20 shots again and he can hit that over 21.5 points for us. Next one we're going to go here, we're going to go over to the Milwaukee side, and we're actually going to take Bobby Portis over 7.5 rebounds. Now, again, he is going up against Embiid. You know, when I first looked at it, I was like, well, I don't really know if I want to do that. But looking at it a little bit, Philly actually ranked 21st in the NBA in rebounds allowed. So they're not one of the better rebounding teams. And I think a lot of that has to do, too, is, you know, when Embiid's off the court, that team is horrific. Now, they also don't have Drummond, right? Drummond got moved out, and he was a good rebounder in that second unit. So I think it's even going to help him even more here. And he actually, you know, played Philly once this year back on November 9th, and he ended up put up 10 rebounds against them in 35 minutes. You know, he's went over this mark in 4 of his last 5 games. The juice is way over on some of the books at minus 132, so he's getting hit on the over pretty heavy here. Milwaukee's favored by 6.5, 223 over under. Like I said, a lot of these games are pretty low totals. It's not the best slate to end on here, but again, just doing really well rebounding the ball while Giannis and those guys are scoring. But all the games are pretty ugly, right? We have Miami at Charlotte, Dallas at the Pelicans, you know, Philly at Milwaukee. You know, those are 3 kind of ugly matchups in terms of trying to find value for picks. So I'm hoping that we can get something else up on the board as well later today. But this is what we got to work with against the last game of the NBA slate, you know, until the All-Star break. So yeah, I think this is 1 week in attacks. We're gonna take the over 7.5 rebounds for Bobby Portis. And then the last one we're going to take here is actually we're going to go on an under here. And I was looking at this one, didn't know exactly where I was going to go with it, but we're going to take LaMelo Ball, and we're going to go under 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Miami's defense, they're first in rebounds allowed, 5th in assists allowed, 5th in points allowed. They're just a good defensive unit. They don't have Tyler Hero, but you know, Jimmy Butler is questionable. If he plays, you know, that's really going to help this under here. If he sits, I still think you can play the under. They play good defense, but I really hope Jimmy Butler plays. Miami's favored by 4 here, 226.5 over under. So if you want to wait on this and see if Butler plays or not, I could understand that. But the juice is pretty heavy on the under here at minus 136 on this under. He played Miami twice this season. Both went well under here. Back on February 5th, he put up 21 points, rebounds, and assists. And then back on October 29th, he only put up 17. So he struggled pretty mightily here against this team, putting up things. And that comes with just shot selection and everything else. So I just looking at everything, the defensive matchup and everything, I think I'm going to lean the under. Now, again, he can get hot and do a lot of things if that Miami defense falls apart. But I just feel like this is a good opportunity to take an under here with the defense that's put up. So these are the ones that we're going to go with on this early video. We're going to go with over Seth Curry, 25.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Over 21.5 points, CJ McCollum. Over 7.5 rebounds for Bobby Portis, and under 34.5 points, rebounds, and assists for LaMelo Ball. Again, I'll look for another video here in a couple hours. I'm going to dig deeper a little bit, see if I can find a handful more plays for us. And again, hopefully these are helping you out. Smash that like button on your way out. Subscribe to the channel. And again, over the All-Star break, I am going to take a break. I'm going to kind of try to get away and refresh a little bit. Hopefully you guys can do the same, and we'll get right back after. So with that, again, hope you guys are enjoying your Thursday, and I will see you on the flip side. Deuces.